I need just a little tiny bit more time on the recovery video. I had a crazy work day. I'm planning a camping trip, and I just could not prioritize it. But I did make this for you. It's kind of a little blooper reel of some stuff that I haven't included in my past few videos. I hope it makes somebody chuckle or feel a little bit less alone. But it's not serious, and it's not a game review. So. You wanted to sit in my recording spot.
Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hannah here. Hello everybody. In Switch news, I've been playing the game The Longing. It's a digital only game right now. You play as a shadow creature who is known as a shade. And you basically live underground waiting to wake up your king. For 400 days you have to wait, and so you can wander the tunnels and you can make art and teach yourself music and do different things. But it's very zen, and it's about like patience and being comfortable in the moment. At least that's how I'm taking it. But I'm only about 100 days in, so we'll see. But I started this little journal. Oh shoot, everything's going to be backwards for you, isn't it? Oh well. Where I just kind of, because you spend a lot of time plodding around, so while my little shade is plodding from place to place, I'll write little journal excerpts as if I'm him. I'm working on a little map section. So this is all just really good for my visual stimulation. I'm really bad at doing visual things, so this is a good practice for me. And drawing is something I'm only just learning how to do. This is the Halls of Eternity. So it's really good for my brain to work on this sort of stuff, because I'm just not used to it at all. I never like finger painted and stuff like that as a kid. Alright, I think that's all my little video game updates.
So there's a lot of Final Fantasy games. It can be very overwhelming if you can't start at Final Fantasy 1, whatever that is, because that's going to be like way too expensive and hard to find, and probably not on whatever system you're playing on. So what I did is I found like some weird kind of off the beaten path Final Fantasy games to play. So I found a couple of neat ones. Echoes of Time, Explorers, 4 Heroes of Light. These will all be backwards for you, won't they? Ring of Fates. And then my friend gifted me Final Fantasy VI for the GBA. You don't have to get like every single one of them. I think there's literally like 30 of those games, but like to understand a little bit of what's going on would be nice to have played 1 or 2 of them. So that's what I ended up with. Alright, here's a funny story. So Ever Oasis, this is one that I really wanted to get complete in box, and I was excited because I saw it at one of my local stores, but they were charging kind of a lot for it. And then come to find out, the manual isn't even really a manual, it's just one of those little inserts that's kind of useless and doesn't have any cool art or anything. So I was able to get this one for cheap, and it's got the original artwork in the case, and the cartridge looks great, but I didn't have to pay extra for nothing. So there's a tip. Radiant Historia. So there's a couple versions of this. There's the Perfect Chronology one. There's a bigger, fancier deluxe version of this, and then there's an older version on the DS. So I was always kind of like, if I ever see one of these around at a reasonable price, I'll get it. Well, I found the one that's usually more expensive at a local store, but the owner of that local store always gives me a discount because I go in there pretty often. And so I got this for the same price that I would have paid for the DS version. Now, there's some different voice acting and things that are different about this versus the other version. So depending on who you are and what kind of a gamer you are, you might prefer one version over the other. So always do your research. But for me, this worked out.
There's some really neat ways that the gameplay is switched up. You have to be creative to uncover the power of pull. wouldn't say it's difficult, but it was stimulating and engaging, especially for me, just assessing each level and how to approach it. Took a certain level of attention and focus, which was really fun. And this was the first game that I plugged my headphones into and really spent a half hour at a time playing, really in depth since I've been an adult. And it was very fun, and I recommend it. Other updates, somebody bought me this, so I have a copy of the new Zelda. I only just now got a copy of Breath of the Wild, so I have some catching up to do, but this is really nice, a nice gift that someone got me. I redid my shopping list, so now I've got little tabs for everything so I can keep track of them, and color-coded, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to navigate. Lots of games on here, but I have to play the ones that I've got, and I don't have any money, so this will sit on a shelf for a while.